Yeah, my theme music. Welcome aboard, Cave Dweller. Looks like I've already started. I was trying to not start immediately. We are here. We'll have 1 hour of fun as I paint this painting. 1 hour of fun and awesomeness. Did I mention it'll be fun? It will also be awesome. This is a painting. This noodle is pointing to Hermanubis. This is the peg-leg monkey. This is the peg-leg monkey. And this is the peg-leg monkey. Hopefully today I'll be finishing this painting and then we will never have to look at it again. I have been streaming painting this painting. I've been streaming live painting this painting for a long time now and only putzing around on details. In fact, on day 2, well, there's not much difference is what I'm getting at. There had not much difference has occurred. What? Wait a minute. Oh. Am I still there? Are we still live? I don't know if I'm actually streaming. I am. Okay, team. I was trying to stream using my laptop and OBS, but at the last minute, a customer came in and wanted some painting lessons. So I'm behind schedule. I'll be right back with some, I need to get some water, but in the meantime, enjoy this view of heaven. Hello, best trapped perennial alt. What's up? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood in Kenosha. We're in Kenosha. I'm at Revision Gallery on a very busy street in Kenosha. Artist in residence, my name is The Scrouse. Pleased to meet you. I am going to be painting this painting. Is there anything else I left out of the introduction? We at Revision Gallery love art and creativity and look down our noses at snobs. Snobs are so far beneath us, they can't even lick our boots because their tongues aren't long enough when they're standing on a ladder. Do you see what I'm saying? This painting I'll be working on. Oh, let me show you drawing. What I wanted to do today is I was looking at this painting from all the way across the room and I realized, I'll show you. I realized that you can't hardly see it. Hang on. This is my spiffy brush pen. This often happens to me. I find something in the painting that here. You see that? No. Okay, how's this? Anyway, the robes of Hermanubis. This looked like the head of a giraffe, so I'm drawing it. I was going to start a whole new painting based on that, but I just want to get the idea down and get the tarp down. Can't believe I'm actually broadcasting it. I feel like there's a technical difficulty here. I see nobody's with me, but yeah, all right, I guess I am. All right, team. Tarp this down. Okay, some announcements. I uploaded my second episode of We Are Strangers podcast today. You can find that on all your streaming services, I am told. And also, I will be teaching a class starting the 15th on cartooning and creativity, the Linda Berry method, how to connect with your soul. And if that sounds too schmaltzy, we'll just say, I'll teach you how to draw a story without needing to learn how to draw. That's the power of cartoons, man. It taps into that inner symbol system that you had when you were a child. Linda Berry says it this way: a hand is easy, snowball, thumb, 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 thumb. A 4-year-old taught her that. Now, this painting Hermanubis's head is too dark to behold, too black to behold. Oh, happy Black History Month. We're painting Hermanubis. I don't know if you'd consider him black. He is half Egyptian and half Greek. So that means olive color and Egyptian color. Okay, let me see. The doesn't stand out. I need to do something back there. So I'm going to add a light green and see if that does the trick, but I don't want it to be too light. I don't want it to match that green. I love seeing it in the monitor. It brings it together for me. Okay. If you're going to start painting, there's two things that I harp on over and over again that you need to know about your materials. You need to know about pigments, and you don't need to know what the abbreviations are or what pigment is what. All you need to know is that one pigment good, multiple pigments bad. That's all you need to know about pigments. And you need to know about transparency. All colors are on a spectrum of transparency. White is, of course, the most opaque. White covers a multitude of sins. Just ask Jesus, and Jesus will say, look at this big white sheet that I wear as a toga. Not a stain on it. And look at all the sins that covered. Covered up systematized pedophilia. It covered up genocide. It covered up the Spanish mission system. It covered up domestication of humans. I don't want to sound like I'm cynical. I mean, I'm not actually cynical, cave dweller. But facts are facts. So I'm using, I had a better idea. Instead of green, I'm going to make it no color. That is black. I'm not saying, there's anything wrong with being black. I'm not saying black is equal to invisibility, except at night when you're wearing those turtlenecks. So I'm adding some ivory black, which is on the closer to transparent than opaque, to white. How did that wasn't like that last week. How did that happen? Okay, let's try black and white. Mixing colors, lesson 1. Black and white make gray. I know Periscope people that when you stumble across me, you'd rather just see me sitting in an armchair staring at you and doing nothing, maybe rolling some doobage or something. I hope to raise the bar of Periscope broadcasts. Live from Revision Gallery, Kenosha. Here I am. Looking for some attention and affection. Somebody ask to follow, ask to share. Share requests sent. Okay, now let's ask share broadcast on Twitter. All right, I guess I'm doing something. We'll find out. Every broadcast is one big colossal technical difficulty. Unlike Hermanubis, look, you can see his head now. Oh yeah. Oh, what a difference gray makes. Broadcasting live. This is business. We're receiving a business call. Is anybody important? Call from unavailable. We'll find out. It could mean money. And, okay, we got the kissing snakes. Let's come closer. Okay, now you see the kissing snakes at the end of the caduceus. This is a famous caduceus held by Hermes, and here it's held by Hermanubis. So, it's so shiny, too shiny. Right here, in between the faces of the snakes, is the liminal area. That's where all change occurs. That's where everything happens. That's where Hermes is most effective. How would you like to be even closer? Let me know. All right, so we got oh, of course. Hermes doesn't typically have a radiating sun disk, but he does have kind of a disk, and I'm not sure what it represents. Probably the sun. The sun is a big deal in Egypt. May still be a big deal in today's Egypt. Come on, followers. Where are you? Where are you, followers? You know I'm here. Begging for your love. I'll do anything for your love, viewer, cave dweller. I will eat a gorilla. You just bring the gorilla and 10 of your friends to watch the video, and I will eat the gorilla. If you have any requests, just put them in the comments here. Okay, so back to finishing this painting. We are here. We are 15 minutes in, Cave Dweller. When it gets all the way around back to here, we'll be done. And the painting will also be done. So let's not monkey around. Let's get down to business. And when I say down to business, I'm not talking about the slow and steady turtle business. I'm talking about I've had my fill of resting. I'm going to get up and sprint like the rabbit business. Can't hardly see it in the sun. Okay, so now I got that. Let's bring it closer. Yeah. This is our live studio audience. A mannequin. You could be the live studio audience, Gabriel. You don't even have to win a contest. You just show up at Revision Gallery, Sheridan Road, Kenosha, between 4 and 5 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 and 3 on Saturday. You can also just watch it from your own armchair where you're rolling your dubage. I lost myself. What am I in the middle of? Okay, so radiating rays of glory or whatever Anubis radiates. Now that we have that gray there, now I'm going to hit that with a transparency of azo yellow orange. Yeah, okay, let's try it. All right, that seems to work. Yeah, that works good. I love this transparent color. See, it makes the edge of the disc orangier, warmer, and then over the gray, it has that dingier radiation color. And over the black, it's almost invisible, but it's still there. Oh yeah. This was worth every penny of that $7 that I spent. Talking to John Bloner this afternoon. And he's a guy who's content just to make art for the sake of making art. I have to confess, I wasn't sure how to respond to that or how to conduct the interview. And I also must confess, I didn't tell him he was being interviewed for a podcast. So it's completely candid. You should go watch it. I mean, listen to it, download it, and listen in the car. All right. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I dig it. Now we're working with kind of a purple here in the background, mixed with ivory black. Mixed with ivory black because I want transparency. So I'm using dioxazine purple, which is semi-transparent. And some glazing fluid. You know, I got to tell you, these bottles that Golden Acrylic was using several years ago were a lot better. The nozzles. I mean, I just got this bottle already the nozzle is clogged. And then when I say I just got it, I mean like, I don't know, a couple years ago. Maybe that's too old for plastic on plastic. Like, come on, look at that. Well, at least it's unplugged. Now, there we go, darken in this bit a bit. All I need is the barest outline around his dark ass head because he's some kind of Doberman or something. Wait. Anubis is a jackal. Oh yeah, interesting lines. All right, I really like the sharp edge of that. That line just made that my fist is covering up in my face. You can see it there. I like that. I love the sharp edge, but I don't think it's appropriate. And there's too much going on up here to be useful. Yellow is the opposite of purple on the color wheel. So when you mix them, it turns brown. But you see here, it's very warm brown because I'm using such an orange skewing yellow. What is that black mark? Not sure. Extend the purple down into the Kirby crackle. And over into this area that I can't even see because of the sun. Hang on. Fuck. My fat ass just bumped the canvas. Oh, wow, that's better. I feel cooler already. Okay. The great thing about these rubbers is that they keep the salt, slush, and snow off my shoes. But the bad part is that they leave these big black marks all over the upper. What's the point? I might as well just let the salt destroy my shoe because it's destroyed by rubber. Screw you, shoes. Go to hell. I'm just gonna go barefoot home. Sell those shoes in the street. I'll trade them for a smoke with a bum. If you're a bum in Kenosha, stop by. I got some shoes for you. I need a smoke. And I don't even smoke. I just want to get rid of the shoes. But it's going to cost you because they're valuable. They cost me money. Let's see, where am I? Excuse me. I'm increasing what we call the lost edges. Maybe I'm a little, still too far away. Oh, la-di-da. All right. Okay, since this is an ion trail preceding a lightning strike, I'm going to add the symbols of ionization. My way in today, I passed a sign painter. I mean, I don't know if he was there. I just passed his shop. And I realized, wow, that is one amazing skill that I wish I had. There it is, baby. That's the extent of my sign painting skills. And I see that I placed that in probably the worst spot I could have. All right, let's see if I can find an even worse spot than that. Does that look like ions to you? I did something with those ion symbols that I never do. I mixed two colors. And I mixed, this is very daring, I mixed two colors that are similar to each other. In fact, I mixed two colors that are used to substitute each other. Burnt sienna, cadmium red. And you know I'm a daredevil. I used cadmium red without any gloves. We are here. When this goes all the way around here, we'll be done. This episode of Live Painting with the Scrouse at Revision Gallery is brought to you by Skywater. Melted this water that I harvested off the roof of my garage just yesterday. Oh yeah, tastes like the sky. Senora del Lago. May she be a blessing to all of us. Oh yeah, tastes like wax. So once again, I'm lost, but I have this ion cloud is still not quite right. This is a big blob area that I don't know what to do with, but it has to go over the top of the finger and come down to the overlap with the monkey's head. So it looks blobular. I'm not sure how I'm going to resolve that, but I believe Hermanubis's head is resolved pretty nicely. I think that's pretty well done. And this is reflected over here in the shoulder of Dr. God. So we have a light source, we have a reflection, we have some fire, which is reflecting on the bottom of these clouds. Just put something there. Okay, that's subtle, but I think it comes across. Focusing in, peg-leg monkey, the color of fuzz, peg-leg monkey fuzz. I'm gonna have to go over him with a glaze of red. I'm using alizarin crimson for its pure darkness. I don't know if I told you the story. One time a plein air painter asked me, hey, I got to make this area darker. What do you suggest? And I said, Prussian blue. Every time you want to make something darker, just go over with Prussian blue. It's nice, transparent, and it's dark, and it's cool. Well, what if the light is cool? Then you want to go over it with alizarin crimson. That's my guess. I've never made a warm shadow. Glazing fluid, fuzz. There we go. That's all there is to it. It's just that simple. Give him a little outline here because I feel like he's blending in with the robes. Okay. Alizarin, the color of red darkness. And I apologize to all of you Revision Gallery Instagram viewers who are looking at this in IGTV after the fact that you couldn't participate live. I'm trying to work in periscope because one, it doesn't flip the image around, reversing it, and two, it allows me better sharing capacity. And three, it affords me the opportunity of finding viewers from around the world, although it's not doing squat today. Where is everybody? Is it because the sun is out? The sun is out, everybody doesn't want to watch a painting being created? Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future. There we go. There's no reason that had to be light. So if you love this painting and you're interested in purchasing it, and you send me an email and say, give me a ballpark figure, I'm just going to give you the exact figure because I know exactly how much this costs. Why would I round it up? Because you know, if I'm going to round it to give you a ballpark figure, I'm going to go up. Exact figure. One time I had somebody do that. They literally said, give me a give me a ballpark figure. And I said, well, I'll tell you, the price is exactly $5. There's even change involved in the price. And her response was, well, that is exactly how much I don't have. And I thought, come on, man. Oh, she preceded the email by saying, give me a ballpark figure. I'm serious. She was serious. She was serious in telling me she's not serious. Shame on anybody who would do that. Let me tell you something. Cave dweller, how much would you pay somebody to paint your house? How much would you pay somebody to plumb your pipes? Let me tell you, you're going to pay whatever they say. And they're going to say, oh, it's about $100 an hour. I was a mover. I worked for a moving company for a while, and that guy charged $100 an hour, minimum 2 hours for every job. It didn't matter how long. And then he'd be there with the bill, the owner of the company, and he'd said, hey, and how about something for the guys? He's trying to embezzle a tip out of the customer. And they just like, what, you worked 15 minutes and you're charging me $200? The moral of the story is that I'm in the wrong business. Okay, Ion Cloud. Peg Leg Monkey is done. The Hand of God, Dr. God, this half is done. This is done. It's done. As promised. There's things I don't like about it. There's things that I could still touch up forever in a day, and I have 20 minutes, so I guess I'll use that time on these snakes. So, what's the lesson on when you want to make something darker? Prussian blue. And I always tell people, never use a multiple pigmented thing. Anything that says hue on it, don't buy, except for Prussian blue, because you don't mix it with anything. If it says hue, that's a color that's fine to use. Just don't mix it with anything, not even white. So I'm going to mix that with a little glazing fluid. Although Prussian blue is so transparent, you almost don't even need to. All right. One of the greatest lessons I learned as a painter is the idea of lost edges. And the analogy the guy told me, he was a plein air painter. He said, look underneath a car. There's a lost edge between the inside wall of the tire on a car and the ground. Even in an overcast day, it's darker under a car. For obvious reasons. And that is a lost edge. The edge of the tire is lost. Whoa, cool, look at that. That's so great. Let's see if we can do that here. So here, I'm losing the edge of the caduceus snakes. Wow. Okay. Yeah, baby. Because there's no reason that the snakes need to be significantly important or significantly outstanding. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a synonym of the words that I've used trying to find this word. All right, now this is going to be good to do this because I want to separate it from the robe. Give it a white. Almost can't even tell what's going on there because of the Do you have opinions? Do you have strong opinions? One of my strong opinions is never use the phrase graphic novel. Of course, there's exceptions. But if you're not a comics fan, if you don't love the history of comics, you just should probably stay away from the word and just say comics. The only time people say graphic novel is when they're trying to distance themselves from the image of somebody who reads comics. Oh, no. I'm not one of those. I'm not the fat guy on The Simpsons with the ponytail in the comic shop. I read graphic novels. Never say that. Although the first comic book in America it said graphic novel right on the cover. It was called He Done Her Wrong. It was by Milton Gross, and it preceded Action Comics #1. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It preceded Funnies on Parade, which was the first comic book, which was a collection of newspaper comic strips collected in what we call a comic book magazine format. But this was an actual book, and it preceded Famous Funnies or Funnies on Parade. I can't remember which one. All right, so we got a motif here of action effect. I like this little I want to do more of that. So let's continue that all the way through and see what happens. If I take it here, I think I'm going to have to give some black lines to Peg Leg Monkey, but I'm going to subdue them with the same color I used on the ion symbols. Peg Leg Monkey is two-dimensional. when he's in the underworld. My awesome rag that was so crisp, it was like using a saltine, vanished. And then Marjorie came in and said, I got you some new rags. I appreciate the support. The pig leg monkey has a purple eye. Just because I don't know what color his eye is. It must be somewhere in between brown and blue. Because I know that he doesn't have silver eyes. And monkey flesh can be darker. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, geez, Louise, getting carried away. Rag. Prussian blue. Great opportunity here for Lost Edge. So this is going to look brighter than it actually is because it's mixed with white. And it's not mixed with the color white, it's mixed with the white sheen of wet glazing fluid. So that makes it look both lighter in color and brighter, but it is neither light nor bright, nor light bright. And my hope is that this will tie together. Lost edges, get a lost edge up here if I can. All right, so I was following this through. So I'm sorry, I got distracted by something irrelevant. Let's try, and I'm almost out of time. So we're doing like a. What do I keep telling you? Prussian blue. I forgot. Oh, and then on top of the, we got to make it. From to. Make sure you understand what that is. The sound effects are your gateway to synesthetic communication. Let's see what I'm working on. The color I want, which is phthalo green. Color hated by art professionals everywhere. Adored by painting students. So now this goes. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. That's interesting. I'm just playing around now. This is actually probably a good thing that I'm discovering this with you, is that often while I'm painting, I forget that I'm painting, and I focus so heavily on depicting that I lose track of the image. I get caught up in details or stuff, something that I insist needs to exist, and things that occur, like this crazy, amazing line that should be repeated. And the overall flow of the painting, I sometimes lose that. So if that's there, I don't know, I feel like I should take that out. Make it like this. We are here. We are done. We are finished and kaput. I did everything I could today, including ruin my painting by trying to accentuate something that I thought was awesome. This and the and then I wrecked it. Well, anyway, that's the risk you run when you're painting. It's been a great show today. I just want to give another shout out to my sponsor, Skywater, water I harvested from the snow on my roof. Refreshing as the sky. Remember, cave dweller, these are rubbers, also known as galoshes. You can reach me and find me and stalk me at imageforhire.com, where you'll find links to everywhere I am on the internet that's relevant still. Patreon.com, you'll find a link to patreon.com where you can give me money and win prizes. And then, of course, on Twitter and Instagram, I am _Scrouse. And that's it. That's us today. You and I, neighbor, doing it again. Being neighborly, being friendly, being informed and informative, and enjoying ourselves as we paint, enjoying ourselves as we learn, enjoying ourselves as I look at the number of viewers and see that there isn't a single one. That's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind being a patsy for the cause. I don't mind being the fall guy for civilization. Because, cave dweller, we all need a scapegoat. Jesus didn't work out. So here I am. That's all right. I learned many things in reruns. I learned that the guy